Hello, hails, greetings and all that. This is Michael from Nattmaran. That's how it's pronounced in Swedish. And I'm here to answer a few questions for Antichrist magazine. Thank you very much for having us. Introduce Nattmaran. Well, it's me on bass and guitar, and it's Yoga on vocals, and it's Koji on drums. The meaning behind the name Nattmaran, well, it's exactly the same word as nightmare in English. It's simple as that. How did we come up with the idea to have members from 3 different countries? Well, we didn't actually. It happened by accident. Back in 2017, I was searching for a label to release my first Grimtone album, and I stumbled upon Harsh Productions, run by Yoga. The album was released by another label in the end, but me and Yoga decided to work together, and we made an album, the Unholy Tenebris album, that is. Tell us about the Lurking Evil. Well, the album came about when me and Yoga started to write what was supposed to have been the second Unholy Tenebris album. But the songs we wrote took on a very different approach, more old school, more thrash, more speed. So we decided to change the name of the band and follow in that direction to write more old school speed and thrash metal. The lyrics, well, metal lyrics to be sure. It's all about killers and mass murders and witches and burnings and death and evil and nightmare and, you know, metal. The cover art, well, we are extremely proud of this cover art. It's awesome. It's stunning. It's very metal. It's very old school, yet a fair bit tongue-in-cheek. It's fun. It's evil. It's impish. Wise Blood Records, our label. I've worked with many labels over the years, and Wise Blood is definitely at the top. They simply deliver. If they say they're going to do something, they do it. And they're always honest, and they release some killer stuff. I'm quite honored to be on that label, actually. Check out Krigsgrav. Superb band. Is it important to have a deal? Both yes and no. It's certainly easier from a distribution point of view if you have a deal with a label. You can do it on your own, release it on Spotify and Bandcamp and all that. But I find it easier, and the feeling of having a real record deal is quite nice. So to me it's important to have a deal. What got me into music and when? Well, it's always been about music as far back as I can remember. But concerning metal, I must put the blame on my cousin. When I was 11, he played me the then brand new Screaming for Vengeance album by Judas Priest, and it turned my world upside down. It's never been the same since. Since then, it's all been about metal. It's all been about music. I really don't have any other interests at all. It's all metal. It's all music. New music that impressed me. Well, I'm primarily a black metal fan. I listen mostly to black metal. So to mention a few bands that I think are great, I'd have to say Livløst, Norwegian band. Ild, also Norwegian, and there's another Norwegian band called Profuro. All extremely talented musicians and very, very good music. Check them out. You won't be disappointed. How will COVID-19 affect the music industry? Well, I for one actually believe that COVID-19 might have a positive effect on the music industry, since we tend to write more music now and release more music and Collaborations pop up everywhere between countries, and it's easy to record at your own home and send files all across the world through the internet. It may not have a positive financial effect on some bands, but I think it will have a positive effect on music itself, because we write more. A few words about my local scene. Well, I live in Halmstad, Sweden, and we're famous for such bands as Shining, Arch Enemy, Spiritual Beggars, and Roxette, if you've heard of them. We have a very vivid music scene in Halmstad. Lots of bands and lots of musicians. However, not a lot of metal. Certainly no black metal, no thrash, no extreme metal. Apart from Arch Enemy, if you call them extreme. Future plans for Nattmaran then. Well, we've decided that we want to write another album. I've just started writing a few bits and ideas, a couple of riffs here and there to start me off. I have a few other projects I need to finish, namely the third Grimtone album, before I can concentrate fully on Nattmaran. But we will make a second album. It will be harder, it will be faster, and it will be more metal. Thank you, Antichrist, for having us.